Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the AfroMattt Show. The date is the 16th of January, and the year is 2022. Unfortunately, we lived to see another year. I am alone today. It is just me, AfroMattt, and no co-host. Nick is joining a Somalian pirate, a band of pirates in Somalia, and they are going to become the captain now. So there's that. And usually these episodes where I'm the only host are a little bit shorter, so please don't find where I live and try to kill me if this episode is only 45 minutes long. I know you guys really want that juicy extra 15 minutes, that extra hour. We'll try, but this week has been, last week we went to the casino, and the news this week has been kind of stale, not much going on. There's a little bit that's on my radar, always, as always, NFTs. I always love anything with NFTs because it's the biggest joke going on right now. That being said, let's get right into it. So I guess, I got a plug. So, if you want to help me out, help a brother out, help a homie out, $1 a month on the Patreon. And listen, there's a couple people on there right now. If you get one person and then they get one person, it's like, so imagine you're your own boss, right? And in order to make more money, so you mentor someone else. And by mentor, I mean just recommend the podcast. And then they do the same thing. That way, and this is multi-level marketing. Listen, multi-level marketing. So, listen, I'm not at the top. I'm at the bottom. You guys are at the top. There's a bunch of people at the top. It branches upwards and outwards. Upside down triangle marketing. Multi-level marketing. So, look, if every single person right now tells one person about the AfroMattt Show, boom, we just doubled the amount of people listening to the podcast. And you just doubled the amount of friends in the comment section below. Isn't that wild? So that's the Patreon. The Patreon is www.patreon.com/AFM show. That is www.patreon.com/AFM show. The Instagram, as always, is AfroMattt with 3 T's, and Twitter is Real AfroMattt, just like Real DT. But he's kicked off of Twitter. So, let's just hop right into what's going on in the world. Let's start with the depressing stuff, and just get that out of the way, because it's really annoying to just start or just end with like COVID shit, because everyone's done with COVID and it's over pretty much for the most part. But we do have one good thing coming out of CNN, and I'm not talking Andrew Cuomo. I don't know which Cuomo it was. One of those thugs. It's not that, but it is. Let me bring it up here. A nice little piece that they did on Europe and their band of freedom fighters. So let's check this out.
Against the pandemic. No longer the hesitant, but those few
And this
fronts
is
in Europe's fight against the pandemic.
this is CNN, so it's actually interesting seeing them report on this. I was not expecting that.
No longer the hesitant, but those dead set against vaccines and COVID-19 restrictions. A fight that's set to get much uglier. Nearly 1 year into the EU's vaccination program, and amid a surge in COVID infections, vaccines are becoming mandatory for entire populations or certain categories, like the elderly or healthcare workers.
Despite months of persuasion, despite intensive media campaigns, Despite discussion in various media, we have not succeeded in convincing enough people to get vaccinated.
In November, Austria became the first European country to announce that vaccines would be mandatory for all, starting from February.
Australians
The
are a bunch
far-right
of
Freedom
cucks,
Party
bro.
immediately called for demonstrations. But it
Not
isn't
very
just the
cool,
far
bro.
right. Across Europe and for populist parties from all sides of the spectrum,
It's actually
the
interesting.
COVID-19 measures and vaccines have provided.
It's actually interesting because in America, I mean, we're in such a bubble where everything feels like, you know, we had Donald Trump and now we got Joe Biden, and it seems like all of the problems that we have are so American, like left versus right, blue versus red. That seems like such an American issue, such a only American problem. But then you zoom out and you realize the world, every country has people that are equally, and this is probably an effect from, or you know, the aftermath of social media and stuff, because social media and algorithms generally support extremism on both sides. So, you know, I mean, unless you're Alex Jones, then, well, I mean, even Alex Jones has his own audience, you know, but not that Joe Rogan is, I'll use Joe Rogan as he's not extreme right, but he has a massive following, right? And his stuff is obviously anti-vaccine. Well, not anti. I don't even know why I'm stepping around this, because Joe Rogan's never going to listen to this, but I want to do my boy justice. He's not crazy, right? He's not like a crazy Alex Jones type. He's just more right wing. And then you have like the full other side, where you have Ethan Klein, who gets like 2 million views a podcast, and I mean, he's completely left. So it's like, and those are like probably a couple of the biggest podcasts out right now. I mean, I think Ethan Klein H3H3 is probably one of the biggest ones on YouTube, just because Joe Rogan's not on YouTube anymore. There's probably a couple other ones that are pretty big, but it's just like the biggest ones right now are like totally divided, and it's just interesting, and I'm sure that you can zoom this out, and I don't live in Australia or something, but I'm sure Germany has the same situation. I mean, they're having riots right now, where the I guess the right wing, which is, I would assume their right wing, are not Nazis. They're the absolute opposite of Nazis, because they're fighting government control, which was the Nazis. So I imagine in Germany, a lot of children of survivors and stuff like that are probably fighting for autonomy, social autonomy, being able to go to the gas station, or go to, you know, the supermarket without having to, you know, get a vaccine.
A federating new focus that transcends the old left-right divide.
It's a divide about whether you trust the media or not, and whether you trust your politicians or not. The new divide is between the mainstream and the periphery. And the periphery is made of all kinds of people.
Sophie Tissier
That's a good way to
agrees.
put it.
She's helped organize several of France's COVID demonstrations.
Even France, Germany, France, everyone is having it, bro.
We want to create a citizens' opposition which is beyond electoral
Dude, the second, hey yo, dog, if the second America starts this, the reason they haven't done anything as crazy as, you know, Australia, those bunch of lazy pieces of shit, the reason. On an honest note, though, the reason Australia doesn't care is because they don't do anything. I haven't heard about a single Australian doing anything. I've watched a lot of episodes of Shark Tank. I've never seen an Australian. Maybe it's because they have Australian Shark Tank, a version over there. like Britain's Got Talent, but Australians are lazy, bro. They just want to sit at home, drink beer, and, watch kangaroos fight. Bunch of pieces of shit. No, but like I was saying, the second America tries any of this shit in America, it's not gonna fly. It's gonna be rough. I'm not saying I'm gonna do anything. I'm just saying other people are probably gonna do they might rile up some January 6th boys and might kick into sixth gear.
Of politics.
Dude, imagine the Karens, like the COVID Karens and the January 6th boys matching, like teaming up. That's a scary force.
You are no longer protecting our rights.
Researchers at the University of Turin have found a strong correlation between anti-vax and populist sentiment, which means that mainstream
Interesting. So, strong correlation between anti-vax and populist sentiment. So I'm a liberal.
governments are now taking on those they've already lost.
The result here would be that those anti-vaxxers would hold even more extreme positions. If the vaccine become mandatory, then the government would need to have some kind of control about it, and this can also undermine institutional trust.
Increasingly aggressive vaccine policies may force many more people into vaccination centers, but they're also likely to push many more forcefully onto the streets.
Jesus
Melissa Bell,
Christ.
CNN, Paris.
They're throwing nades and shit. So I'm going to look up populist. Populist sentiment. Populist sentiment refers to the range of political stances that emphasizes the idea of the people, like we the people, and often juxtaposes this group against the elite. Occupy Wall Street is an example. The term developed in 19th century in the connection to the Populist Party and had been applied to various politicians, parties, movements since that time. Interesting. Very interesting. That's just something to food for thought. Food for thought, isn't that? Interesting that that's a correlation, though. All right. Farts. Fart NFTs. NFTs. So, here's a great story. So, a couple podcasts ago, and I know you probably don't watch them all, but we had a TikTok star show up on the podcast who sells farts in jars. So, I mean, do you need any more sign of a declining civilization that we're selling farts in jars? Let me just read this article. Here we go. 90 Day Fiancé star switches to selling fart jar NFTs after heart attack scare. Okay, so she switches to selling fart jar NFTs. Okay, wait. So she was selling farts in a jar. No longer doing that. She's now selling fart jar NFTs. And NFTs, if you don't know what it is, you're like everyone else. It's a non-fungible token, which is like a fungible token, but that. Yeah. But so yeah. Let me take a drink here. Usually I take drinks when Nick's talking, but okay. So former 90 Day Fiancé star Stephanie Matto caught people's attention in December when she revealed she almost made $50,000 a week selling her farts in jars, saying, "I think my main motivation was money." What are you doing it for, the art? I think my main motivation was money, but I also thought it'd be hilarious, hilarious publicity move that would get a lot of people's attention. Oh my God, this is revolting. She even allowed herself cheat days every week where she would indulge in certain types of food that she knew would make her more gassy. Let's watch this TikTok.
How many people were scared? Me too. I was really, really scared.
Me coming home, what was that?
How many people were scared?
What's that say? Fuck. Me coming home after I ended up in the hospital after
really
thinking
scared.
I was having a heart attack from farting too much. So she farted too much and had a heart attack? Guys, it's almost the end. There's never been a more unique and iconic launch of digital fart art. We put the art in fart, she wrote in on an Instagram post. Guys, we're coming to the end. We are almost there. Here's a really cool NFT. So, classy NFT. So, 175-year-old News Corporation and the Associated Press plans to launch NFT marketplace. Long story short, this is the really juicy bit right here. So here we have one of the Associated Press images that will be featured and sold as an NFT is this Pulitzer Prize winning photo of a Jewish settler challenging Israeli security officers in the West Bank settlement of Amona, February 1st, 2006. So for the listeners, we have a picture of a bunch of riot Israeli security officers attacking and barricading a single Jewish settler. She is putting up a good fight. She's holding them back. She probably got beat up pretty good after this photo. But you can now own this piece of art for probably a stupid amount of money. And this makes me wonder, what other Pulitzer Prize photos are there? There's probably like Tank Man, of course. Tank Man from Tiananmen Square. I've said Tiananmen Square on probably every podcast since 2022. I don't know how our YouTube videos are still up. Do I have to say a couple of Zhang Zhang, my bad, Zhang Cena, Bing Chillin. If you don't remember that, that's from a couple episodes ago where John Cena said Bing Chillin while eating an ice cream cone. So yeah, I mean, probably is the next step. So take this to the next step. The next step is Anne Frank's diary in the NFT. And you will be able to buy Anne Frank's diary as an NFT. I mean, isn't that fun? Doesn't that bring a smile to your face? Now just imagine you're sitting at your table at Red Robin. Red Robin. Yum. Now you're sitting down at your table. They come up with your check. You just finished your stuff. You're big. You're full as a tick. You know, you're big. You're busting. You had to undo a belt buckle. You're feeling good. They come and they put the check. You look at it and you're like, wow, that's pretty pricey. Do you guys accept NFTs? And they're like, yeah, of course. The year's 2022. Of course we accept NFTs. It's the main form of currency now. I guess the year's 2050. Of course we accept NFTs. And you're like, well, I'll give you. Will you accept 1/100th of an Anne Frank diary? Like, it's just like, at some point it's just a little weird. So I mean, maybe Anne Franks are cool. Who knows? Maybe they're the new normal, whatever that means. Anyways, this is kind of like NFTs. So investing in piracy with the Somalian stock exchange. Now, I thought this was fake. But I mean, it's by the Clarksvillian. And I don't think it's satire. It feels like satire. Let me just read it to you. Investing in piracy with the Somalian stock exchange. The Dutch East India Company, based in Amsterdam, was the first to engage in modern stock trading. It raised money by selling shares to the public that paid dividends based on the success of the ventures, which typically involved long voyages at sea. To some extent, the pirate stock exchange in Somalia has managed to keep a lot of the original ethos of the Dutch East India Company. While no reliable statistics exist to substantiate the number of firms listed, the Wall Street Journal claims that the Hadarhir Pirate Stock Exchange had over 70 different nautical operations listed during its peak periods. That's good. That's really good. Hopefully they got a couple. I mean, I'd be rooting for them to get a couple good licks off of a cruise or something. Compounded by the lack of structural national government, it left the town of Haradihir off the proverbial radar. The reason Somalis join these pirate groups are too common among locals: avoidance of military lifestyle, poverty, and thievery. The world of Somali pirating is much more commercialized than you might expect. So you can gamble on how well they will, I guess, steal stuff and rob people, and you get paid on how good their return is. So if you look at this picture, you have a bunch of Somali pirates. This one has a bazooka. This one has an AK-47. They all kind of look. I mean, you've seen. I mean, if you've seen one Somali pirate, you've seen them all. Really, I mean, it's not a racist statement. It's just imagine, a T-shirt, some baggy pants, and like an AK or some sort of machete. And that's your Somalian pirate. They look pretty happy. I mean, they're getting money, I guess. So, I mean, this is really great. When a pirate mission is successful, similar to the days of the Dutch East India Company, the investors who finance the trip receive a portion of the total revenues. So, I mean, this is crazy. So this is the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal. Today's pirates have their own stock exchange. So in Somalia, you can roll up and you can be like, a crowd collects ransom money from pirates in Somalia. That's advanced, bro. That's advanced. They've really leveled up their terrorism of the seas. I just finished the South Park episode where they become pirates. Cartman takes a group of kids to Somalia because they want to become pirates, like Blackbeard, and they're just kids, and they go there and they're like, "Why is this is?" I think Cartman says, "These aren't pirates; these are just black people." And then the Somalians take him as captive, and then he takes the ship. It's a good episode. And then in the end, all the Somalians get sniped by U.S. troops. They said, "Don't shoot the white ones." I mean, let's just hop right into TikToks. I mean, that's a dark ending. I mean, Somalian pirates, they get sniped. I mean, I feel like if you're a Somalian pirate, you die of either three things: starvation. Do they die of AIDS? Is AIDS a thing over there? Is Africa, right? or being sniped by a U.S. troop. I mean, I've seen, what's that show, Saving Private Ryan? No, the one where he says, "Look at me, I am the captain now. Look at me. Look at me, I am the captain now." What is that movie? What is that movie? Captain Phillips. That's 2013. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. This guy was cast, and he just because he looks like a Somalian pirate. Look, this is what a successful investment looks like. Nice, dude. This is going to be a big dividend. These Somalian pirates are going to get a good amount of ransom for these kids. Why don't they start arming? Why aren't the people armed to keep these people off the ship?
We got a problem. We pushed the ship too hard. We're off the grid. That means the computer's now offline.
Captain.
The ship's broken.
Captain, no one get hurt. You don't play no game.
The ship's broken. We had to go.
Nobody gets hurt. Easy. Hey! Look at me.
Sure.
Look at me.
Sure.
I'm the captain now. Here I go, boss.
Iconic scene. And a great investment. Somalian pirates. The next great NFT boom. I mean, what do I gotta do to get $50 on a nice pirate squad? They should start, like, just taking pictures of the pirates group. You know, like the crew. The crew. And you're like, wow, that one has that guy's really tall and buff. And they have a pretty cool theme. Like, this one's got the black beards. And these ones all carry muskets. That's pretty cool. That's epic. Look at these ones. They even have the thematic black flag with the skull and crossbones. And then you can start, you know, throwing a couple shekels into the Simolean stock exchange. You get a really brave individual who goes to Somalia, like a bookie, takes your bets, and just he's in there day one just screaming in Somali, calling for his shots, you know. And when they come back, you know, maybe they lose a couple, maybe a couple get sniped off by the U.S. military. But maybe they came back with a nice little fat German boy from the cruise, and he'll fetch a nice ransom. Let's get into TikToks. This is Lil Uzi Vert. Now, if you don't know who Lil Uzi Vert is, I don't blame you, because he hasn't been relevant in probably... he hasn't made a good song in probably a bit. So let's watch this TikTok. I mean, he seems like a cool dude, though. He seems really cool, and this video will hopefully make you feel the same about him. Seems like a pretty chill dude.
Yeah. Yo, Uzi. Uzi. What's good, bro? Can you pay for my college tuition? 90 grand, I go to Temple, bro.
90 grand? I could pay for that.
I know you can.
But this is the thing, though. If I pay for your college tuition, are you going to finish college?
Dude, Lil Uzi's like 5'3". Wait, Lil Uzi Vert height. Oh wait, I remember why. So Lil Uzi Vert on our episode was called the Pink Diamond Special. If you want to go back and view it, he had a real pink diamond inserted into his skull. Yeah, he's 5'4". I mean, I can't say much. I'm 5'7", but I mean, he's short.
Of course. Nah, 100%. I don't bullshit. I'll finish that.
What's your name on Instagram?
Big ass heel.
Big ass heel.
Big ass heel.
Make sure you show me all of your transcripts, everything. Show me all of your papers and everything, and you can get 90,000 from me.
Show me
All
all.
right, bro. Fuck. All right.
If you don't show me, you won't get 90.
Nah, I got you, bro.
Show me
all your transcripts.
Come to Temple sometime too, bro. All right, love you, bro. Take it easy.
Dude, what the hell? Imagine how does he even keep composure? He's like, show me all your transcripts. I'd be like, bro, let's do this right now. I'll show you them right now. Let's get this deal on the road. Oh yeah, this is good. This is really good. Jake Paul. This is Logan Paul. So Jake Paul, you might know, he's the boxer. He boxes a lot of people. Logan Paul is the he's also a boxer, but he's also the Pokemon guy. So he bought a Pokemon. So he bought $3.5 million on six first edition boxes of Pokemon cards for $3.5 million. And this is what happened.
This is what it looks like to lose $3,500,000 on fake Pokemon cards.
Well, that's a spoiler.
Yeah! Oh my god! Yeah! Oh my god! Motherfucker! Wait, hold on.
Okay, that's a good sign. What?
Why are they so puffy, though? Why are they so puffy, though? See how the shape, though?
They don't look right.
They don't look right.
They don't look right? Uh-oh.
See how they're curvy and puffy.
They're very light. They don't look right. Okay, let's get it going. Let's open more.
Dude. Spent $3.5 million on this.
That shit don't look good.
Oh no! Oh no! Why is it bending like that? What's inside of him? Motherfucker. It's fucking fake, bro. It's fucking fake.
Dude. So this is the guy that's championing for NFTs. Just let that set in. This is going to be his face. Dude, how was this not his face when he bought a $3.5 million ape picture, JPEG? I'd be like, oh, fuck, it's fake. It's fake. So imagine all that he's saying right now is about a picture of a monkey.
Why is it bending like that? What's inside of him? Motherfucker. It's fucking fake, bro. It's fucking fake.
Motherfucker.
Hold on.
Let's open a box.
Oh, yeah, right? Oh, fuck.
I can't tell if this was planned, though.
Bullshit.
Why doesn't this one say first edition on it?
Oh, no.
No, that's not like this. Motherfucker.
Not like this.
Damn.
What's inside this legal?
Dude, homie.
Oh my
Dude, it's G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe? G.I. Joe? G.I. Joe! It could have been anything else.
G.I. Joe are actually kind of cool, though. Those... I mean, it's no first edition box, but... I like how he added the sad music. Gotta emphasize how sad it is that he spent millions of dollars on a box of cards. Dude, we have a lot of NFT shit. That's how you know I'm doing it alone.
You need to be very careful when blindly buying into NFTs. This new NFT collection recently rugged many of their holders.
This one's so good.
Called Doodle Dragons simply said on Twitter, after some backlash and more research, we've decided we're going to instead make our first donation go to WWF later today. And then out of complete nowhere, the next tweet said, actually, that. Our charity will instead now be my bank account. See ya, nerds. Make sure to do your research on every single
This might be the best tweet of 2022, and it's just January. So Doodle-led dragons sold out all their NFTs, and they said after some backlash and some more research, we've decided we're going to instead make our first donation of $30,000 to go to the World Wildlife Foundation later today. And then he said,
donation, go to WWF later today. And then out of complete nowhere, the next tweet said, actually, f that. Our charity will instead now be my bank account. See ya.
Actually, you know what? Instead, it's just going to be my bank account. Thanks. Let's watch a couple more here. Oh, this one's pretty freaky. This one's actually wild. So this is a new robot that they've constructed that can mimic facial features and acts like an Alexa with, you know, voice recognition and stuff like that. So, and we'll talk back.
Could we take a selfie together?
Yes, you may.
All right, awesome. Smile.
Isn't that thing scary? And I'm not talking about the girl on the bottom left.
What your name is?
My name is Amica. What is yours?
My name's Alexa. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I mean, that is freaky. So her name is Amica, and apparently she's the world's most advanced robot at, and she's at CES right now.
Ask you what your name is?
My name is Amica. What is yours?
My name.
And that is freaky, dude. So, and apparently they've designed her face to have no race, no color. She's just a gray robot that sees out of its chest and talks out of a microphone in its throat. Some terrifying shit. Yeah. Yeah, this is the future. Let's see. Oh, this is pretty epic. So this guy streams on Twitch, and what he streams on Twitch is he is on an RP server, which stands for role-playing server, on a game called GTA, which is Grand Theft Auto, and it's massively multiplayer. So, you know, there's people in the world that are playing it with you, and they're in GTA, so they're just driving their fast cars and you know, hanging out with strippers and going to the casino and you know, robbing places. They're playing GTA, but this guy streams and he's just a cop. That's it. That's what he does all day. He clocks in a video game to be a to be a cop.
I can tell he just got that fucking, what is that, a demon or a Hellcat? I have no fucking clue. It really doesn't matter.
So he's putting his lights on?
Straight into the grass. Yeah. He definitely just got his license.
This
or
kid,
got
bro.
Out of a cereal box, either one. F1 truck with a black and colored Dodge Demon, Southwest El Rancho Boulevard, 771, unknown occupancy. No 32s needed. I almost just got smacked by that fucking AI. How you doing today, sir? Dominic Schneese, San Andreas State Police. License, registration, proof for insurance.
There you go.
Mr. Jackson. Audie Jackson.
Wait, Mr. Snee, I got something to tell you.
So right now, if you're not listening, he got out of the so the suspect who was speeding got out of the car.
Yeah, what's up?
And he's
Drop
now
it.
sprinting towards him in the video game.
F1 shots fired.
The guy role playing as a cop is laughing, of course, which is, I mean, it was pretty funny, but he just like blew his head off. He just died.
Shots fired on my 1011, postal 771. I got one Bravo mic down, multiple GSWs with the upper abdomen. Warn me an ambo, please.
I love that. I love that. Here we got a couple more left. So this is a pastor doing a unique sermon where he is doing the sermon while suspended from cables from the ceiling. So here he comes, floating into the world, floating onto the stage, being rappelled down.
And Jesus
question is this right here. Are you ready? Are you ready for his return?
So now he's just hanging around there.
Are you ready for his return? Brothers and sisters, are you ready today for the...
Yeah, you can tell he's stalling, bro. Are you ready for his return? Oh, here's McDonald's training video. Dude, I was deep in TikTok to find this. So this is McDonald's, the training video that they show their new employees. It's pretty epic.
Coming through. Busy night, huh? Can't wait to get out of here and meet the others at the bar. You coming?
I don't think so. I'm kind of tired. I'll probably just stay in.
Oh, come on. Drinks are on me. How can you say no to that?
Thanks, but I'm really not up for it.
How much you making at McDonald's if drinks
Honestly,
are on you?
I think you're so cute, and I've been wanting to ask you out for weeks.
Jesus.
I think you know how I feel, right? You look especially cute today. I really like your haircut. What, you're just gonna leave me hanging here?
Sorry, I just...
What? I'm not your type? It's cool. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Coming on a little
My
strong
boyfriend's
there.
waiting for me at home.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize my gaydar's usually pretty good.
My gaydar's
problem.
usually.
Wait, you're not just saying that to let me down easy.
No.
You know, you might want to be a little bit more upfront about that. You don't want to lead people on.
I haven't led anyone on.
Don't worry. I'll make sure none of the other girls bother you.
No, I'd prefer you not say, Lena, Lena.
That is the cleanest McDonald's I've ever seen in my life. I love those training videos. If you've ever worked at a job and they give you training videos, they are the funniest shit. I remember there was one I had where there was this little autistic guy on like a miniature mobile wheelchair, and he was like speeding around, and the whole thing was about like harassment in the workplace, and the villain like stopped him and he's like, "Hey there, Speedy Gonzalez," and then the little guy in the wheelchair's like, and he had that squeaky voice, he's like, "Hey, what do you mean by that?" He's like, "You know what I mean, you're small and you're fast." He's like, "I'm taking this to HR." And I was just dying laughing. It was just too much gold. All right, we're going to end with a couple clips here that might seem depressing, but I think if you just look at it right, you'll actually find that they're funny. This one might not be that funny. This one's just sad. This one, I'm going to be honest, this one's just sad. This is a collection of news anchors. I'd say probably 20 or 30 different news anchors not doing propaganda.
1 year since the deadly attack on our nation's capital. Marking 1 year since the deadly attack on our nation's capital.
Marking 1 year since the deadly attack on our nation's capital.
Marking 1 year since the deadly attack on our nation's capital.
Marking 1
year since the
deadly attack
on our nation's
capital. Marking 1 year since the deadly attack on our
nation's capital.
A day when a violent mob of pro-Trump protesters stormed the U.S. Capitol. A day when a violent mob of pro-Trump protesters stormed the U.S. Capitol.
Like, who owns all these companies?
A mob of pro-Trump protesters stormed the U.S. Capitol.
A day when a violent mob of pro-Trump.
So this one's a local news, 8 ABC, Fox 11,
stormed the U.S. Capitol.
KKFX.
Pro-Trump protesters
stormed the U.S. Capitol.
This one is Como News 4,
Stormed the U.S. Capitol building.
6 ABC local 4,
stormed the U.S. Capitol in what's been described as the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War. In what's been described as the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War.
What's been described as the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War.
What's been described
as the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War.
It's getting called the worst attack on American democracy since the
Civil War.
It's getting called
the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War. It's been described as the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War.
What's been described as the worst attack on American democracy
since the Civil War. What's been described as the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War.
It's been described as the worst attack.
That guy ruined it.
On American democracy since the Civil War.
I mean, this video is the biggest attack on American democracy since the Civil War. This is why people don't trust any of the media. They're just fed information. Disney, by the way, owns ABC, and I'm noticing a lot of ABC news.
And what's been described as the worst attack on American democracy since the Civil War.
Wait, they're all ABC. Oh, they're ABC, Fox, and NSB or whatever, NSB something. I mean, that one's fun. And then we got one more here to close us off, and then I'll bid you adieu. Well, I gotta find it real quick. Here we go. This is a fun little song about America.
Almost all your taxes go to military installations on foreign bases, 800 of them, but no other country has a military base in America, cause it's a fear tactic, it's a fear tactic. We are a fascist police state. Fascist police state, wasting your money. It could go to education or making millions of jobs, upgrading our energy grid. But nope, no, 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 no. We are a fascist police state. Fascist police state.
Let's run it back one more time and I'll play us out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This has been the AfroMattt Show.
Almost all your taxes go to military installations on foreign bases, 800 of them, but no other country has a military base in America, cause it's a fear tactic, it's a fear tactic. We are a fascist police state. Fascist police state, wasting your money. It could go to education or making millions of jobs, upgrading our energy grid. But nope, no, 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 no. We are a fascist police state. Fascist police state.
Thanks for listening.